So thank you for tuning in. What's going on? What's going on? Me and my little sis, and I love her to death. I call her my little sis. We're not blood, but it's like we blood. And we were sitting downstairs and we was talking about relationships and soul ties, and you know, I've actually talked and had many conversations about soul ties and being able to forgive and let go and not carrying things over from one relationship to another. But she was dropping some serious jewels on me, so I'm going to let her speak because she was dropping some serious jewels, and she's my little sister. So you can always learn something regardless of the nature. Even me being a few years older than her, you know, it's things that I know I can share with her. But for her to speak the way she just spoke to me downstairs, I want her to drop that same jewel on y'all. Y'all know I promote nothing but straight facts, nothing but great mental health. You know, a lot of people don't like to deal with mental health, but I think we should definitely deal with it heads on. But when you're dealing in a relationship and that relationship ends, right? And you have to heal as a person. So if you're going through your healing phase, that's exactly what you need to go through, that healing phase.
Right.
But you saying, don't block your blessings by sleeping with other people.
Right. You have to give yourself a chance to heal. Not no days, not no weeks. You have to really heal. You can't do it weeks, days, or, you know, it takes months. And sometimes it takes some people a year. But the thing is, you have to give yourself time to heal so love can come in. And then you also have to learn to manifest. Because if you manifest...
Now, a lot of people may not know about manifestation, so drop some knowledge.
Okay, as far as manifestation, men and women can do it. Everybody in this world can do it. I'm going to make that clear. All you have to do is basically write down what you want. You have to, whatever you put out to the universe, that's what you're going to get. If you tell whoever you serve, because some people don't serve what we serve.
Right.
I serve God.
Right.
Teach his own. But you're supposed to write down your goals. Point blank period. Say, for instance, everybody in love, they find somebody that they really want. Everybody want love, marriage, relationship, whatever. Some people don't want marriage. So I'm going to say relationship. So you can put it down on a white piece of paper, something simple, and you can write. You have to be specific. That's why the Bible say you have to be specific in what you ask God for. So you have to be specific on who you want. If you want a tall, dark-skinned man, if you want a tall, light-skinned man, however you put it, then you write it down. So when that person come in your life, you like, oh, okay.
You manifested
him. So then guess what? That's the person that you're supposed to be with. My thing is, a lot of people don't know about manifestation, so that's good that you asked me to put that down.
Right.
So you have to make sure that you manifest, and you manifest properly.
Right.
And you have to be specific. So, for instance, if you want a specific man, a specific woman, whatever the case may be, you will know, it's like confirmation. You will know, dang, I manifested this person, so you will know what to put up with and what not to put up with. You will know what's going to come, and do trust, you will know that this is my twin flame. I don't know who believe in twin flame or soulmate or anything. Me personally, I believe in all that, because so the difference between, because some people might not know what a soulmate is.
Right.
Some people don't know what a twin flame is. A twin flame is more powerful than a soulmate, far as anybody can be your soulmate. You got family. You got your child. You got past relationships that were a soulmate. Then you have that person that's a twin flame. They understand you. They went through basically they went through the same things that you went through. So with that being said, then you'll know off back, oh, that's my twin flame. That's somebody I manifested. Because they care for you. They love you. They deal with your flaws. They help you come out of your flaws. The things that you want to change about yourself, they push you to your goals, and they there for you.
But you also stated when we was downstairs and we was talking, some people come into your life for a season.
Right.
And a lot of us, men and women,
right,
we can attend to overkeep.
Right. Because the thing is, well, like, I'm going to go back to the conversation that we had downstairs. Sometimes the universe, because I'm going to say the universe because everybody don't believe in what we believe in.
Right.
But sometimes the universe will, I would say again, will test you also and get you ready for the right person. But we as females and males that I'm gonna say emotional males that's feminine and not on a masculine side, because you got some males that's not tapped into their masculine side. You got some males that be more emotional and tapped into their feminine side.
Facts.
We as females, we got a masculine and a feminine side. Everybody on this earth has a masculine side and a feminine side.
Facts.
So with that being said, sometimes people be put in our life just for a test. It could be for a test, it could be for a season, it could be for a reason. You got them three things.
Right. So my thing is, when you come in, because I've been distraught, I've been hurt, I've been dragged through the mud, you know, and I can honestly say now that I'm a little older, a bit wiser, I'm hesitant to trust and just, you know, love the way I know I can. But that's just because of life lessons. I don't want people to get life lessons mixed up, you know, because you are supposed to learn from your traumas and your experiences, and you have to let things go. So the hard part is letting go.
Right. And I agree. But you gotta also look at it as, if you not healed, is no need. Because if you looking for a new beginning, I'm gonna put it like this: if you looking for a new beginning, then you're supposed to go into things trusting people.
Right.
Because especially when new people come into your life, I can't speak for the past, but right. I can speak for the future.
Right.
And the present. And anybody that come into your life that's new, you give them that trust off back. And if they sit here and mess that trust up, then that's when you do what you do.
Right.
But you supposed to, I'm a firm believer, to each his own. Anybody new to come in your life, you trust them off bat until they give you a reason not to trust them. Because if you don't do that, you making that person pay for your past trauma.
Okay,
your mistakes and everything else.
Yes.
That's why I feel like people should meditate, people should pray, people should manifest, they should open up. A lot of human beings, should I say, instead of saying females or males, that
well, it's human nature. I mean,
right.
it's the fact that I think I'm an '84 baby, so I honestly think times have changed from what I'm used to, and dating is not the same from what I'm used to, and I feel like it's a lot to date right now because you got a lot of people with mental health issues. You got a lot of people that's emotionally disturbed. You got a lot of people that don't know how to handle shit. Like, they don't know how to check shit at the door. They don't know how to go get their bread. They in their feelings all the fucking time. Like, my whole thing is dealing with anybody that's going to be in my life. I ain't got time to raise you.
Right. Like,
I ain't got time to tell you
like
from right to wrong. Right.
I can't change a man.
Yeah. It's like I don't want to go through that cycle of that bullshit because you're not gonna have to do that with me. When it's time to handle business, I'm gonna handle business. When it's time to pay bills, I'm gonna pay bills. When it's time to do anything productive, I'm gonna handle it. So if I can't have that person on that same level,
right,
that I can't trust you, I got to hold your fucking hand through everything, then we're gonna have a problem. I don't have a problem with manifesting and glowing, I like to say, in my light, because when you glow differently, you attract differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us right now, I think we're in a bit of a turmoil because the tables have turned, and you have some men, I'm not going to say all men,
right,
you have some men that don't know how to be men anymore. You have some men that are actually dependent on their women to take care of them. You have some men that don't know what it means to hold down a household. You have some men that don't know where to fucking start to begin with. And you have women that way too.
Right, but that's when you can't. My mom always told me, you can, and my grandma and my papa, rest in peace, R.I.P. But that's when you can't change. If you a loving person and you know who you is, don't ever change who you are just because others. That's the realest stuff I'm gonna leave with everybody that comes to this thing. You don't ever change you just because of what others go through, because you got to realize everybody wasn't raised like you was raised. Everybody didn't have that discipline like you have. Everybody wasn't raised up in the same household that you was raised up. Everybody teach their kids this different ways and everything. Me personally, I've been through a lot, but it didn't stop me from being who I is. I done been done dirty. I done been backstabbed. I've been hurt. I've been talked about. Everything you could think of that's negative has been done. Point blank, period. But it didn't change me because I'm not weak-minded, first of all. But like my mama say, everybody wasn't raised like you did. The people that hurt me, that's when I had to come to myself and realize everybody is not me. So who am I to expect that same thing out of them when they're not me? They wasn't raised by the same person.
Right. My ex-husband told me that. He said everybody don't think like you. Right. Everybody not like you.
And you can't expect that because at the end of the day, this is like you said, it's a different generation. It's new everything. So with that being said, you supposed to keep doing you, no matter who be put in your life. Because everything is a test. Every single thing, everything is a test. Everything in our life that we go through it's a test. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, or whatever the case may be. You might you might love hard. I might not love hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, there you go. Point blank period. I might look at people in a different way from how the way you look at people.
Right.
You might see people as everybody good.
Right.
I might look at everybody like they fucking bad and evil and everything else.
Right.
But it don't stop me from being me. Say for instance, I just had a situation that the girl, I thought that she was cool, but she was jealous. She was undercover. Y'all know about them undercover snakes.
Facts.
She was undercover. I worked with her. I took her everywhere she needed to go. I helped her out while her car was in the shop. I did all it. I hooked her up with somebody and I saved her life. She sat there and told me, I'm so glad that you in my life, Bobby Sinet. I tried to lift her spirit, keep her from killing herself and everything on thing. She ended up sitting here thinking that we was in competition. And I had to tell her. And the crazy thing is, I told this woman, I don't want your position, baby. And I meant, y'all know what I meant. I genuinely meant it. Because everything I say, because I'm not young no more, so can't nobody whoop my ass. I'm not young, so my mom and my dad can't whoop my ass, so why not be real with the world? My thing is, I sat there and told her, she ended up running her mouth, lying, talking about me and everything. Me being me, the person that I am, I could have easily talked about her and told her business. Because what she told, it wasn't nothing, because it wasn't nothing new, because I could have told it. You get what I'm saying? Right. Because I'm real like that. Right. But she sat there and told stuff that was unnecessary, and guess what I hit them with? When people, they expected for me to talk bad about her, and I said I won't ever change me just because of a person changing, because how they feel and how they try to put me down and how they had to try to make me look bad and everything else. Just because you did it, who am I to sit here and do the same thing? That means that I'm low like you.
Facts, you can't.
But I'm gonna always be on top just because you did that don't make me.
Well, that goes to relationships, whether it's friends, whether it's family, with in a relationship. And anybody that knows me, I started my podcast through the pandemic to help me get through what I was going through. And now that I've gotten through it, I have to continue because I do have a nice little follower online, and I do want to keep that fan base of people that I have inspired and they have inspired me. So I think it comes down to humanity, to be able to treat people the way that you want to be treated. But manifesting right now it needs to be at an all-time high, because mental health is out here. It's really taken apart. And it's bad. It's real bad. And it be the people that you least expect, the ones that got the money, got the house, they got the best life. To us on the outside. On the outside. But we don't know what they going through within, because you got to look at it like they got to deal with everybody wanting something from them, even the fake and the real, and then they get mad because they won't give it to them. So, to be honest, it's crazy, and it's out here. But you, as people, everything we talking about today, y'all, it all goes back to loving yourself. Because if you love yourself, everything else don't matter. It don't. And then not even just that. If you love yourself, everybody around you that trust you and love you, even the ones that don't love you or jealous, they will be submissive, and they have no choice, because whatever you put out to the universe, and I'm a firm believer, whatever you put out to the universe, that's what you gonna get back. Well, I put out to the universe that I missed you, and you got me back. So y'all see, manifestation works. It works, and it is real. Hey, facts. But I honestly, that's real. It is real. Thank you. You're welcome. Same here. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I didn't know what you was right, and I didn't know what you was going through, and what I was going through, and I'm going to be honest, and I can share this with the world because y'all don't see my damn face. But with that being said, I deal with a lot of childhood trauma, because I don't look like what I've been through, and that's a blessing, first of all. Amen. And it's my testimony. I don't look like what I've been through, but I also still I can help a lot of other people, but the question is, who helping me? Right. Who can get me through what I'm going through? Right. And I don't have that testimony to say I have many, because I probably would have had a lot, but people judge me out of my out appearance and what I have. But I work hard for everything that I have, and if they knew my past, then they wouldn't judge me on my future or my present. So with that being said, I learned from everything that I've been through, but
is one particular thing that I haven't learned from because I keep pushing people away. And that's my childhood trauma. I still deal with it no matter how. That should let everybody on this thing know. It don't matter if you got money. It don't matter if you got the whole package. You still, your past gonna always...
If you allow it. If you allow it.
Yeah, it's not
if
even
you allow it.
Because sometimes you don't even gotta allow it, and it still will pop up.
But
it's a test.
It is.
Like I said, it goes back to everything in your life is a test. Because I allowed it, but do trust. I'm working on it. Some people don't work on it. Some people don't care. I deal with abandonment issues.
Mm-hmm.
I try to beat people. Beat people to it before they even think they finna come. If you ain't finna cut me off, I'm gonna cut you off before you have. Because if we get into it, then I'm gonna look for it. And now I'm proud of myself because I can admit it. Now I used to would be like, nah, what you talking about? Shut up. But I faced my fears and I faced everything that's deep down within me. And I realized, and like I told her today, I realized that everything that I went through in the past with people hurting me and Baba Sanella alive, you know, the story goes on. Mm-hmm. But I had realized, and I realized I'm hurting people in the midst when I have to be careful what I pray for because I pray for God to send me good people. But now that the new people is in my life and they really respect me and they love me and they like my presence, I was hurting them in the midst of me sitting here ducking off. Right. But I ducked off thinking that I'm protecting myself. Mm-mm. But in the midst of me thinking that I protect myself, I'm hurting those who actually really can care for me just because they not my past people that I dealt with. But I cut them off. So I am proud of myself that I have cut them off because I used to go back. You know how we get when we leave in relationships. We sit here and we think a person cares for us, and we go back and we end up and go back and we end up dealing with shit. Mm-hmm. But I had to made up my mind. I'm not going back to my past people. But now I'm sitting here making the people that's new in my life pay for the past people.
Right, and it's not fair.
And it's not fair, and it ain't. And I'm telling y'all, don't do that. You have to give people a chance, and you have to just go through experience because everything in life is a test.
But once a person shows you who they are,
then that's when you believe them and believe them because it's out here and it's real.
It is real. This is a whole different genre.
And my thing is, I have let a couple people come into my life out of me, and I'm gonna be honest. I had made up my mind because I know what I pray for and I know who I talk to. And I prayed, I told God, help me to love those who love me. And not just, you have to be specific, genuinely love me. The same love I got for them, I want them to have the same love for me. And it's so beautiful because when I love hard.
I love hard too.
But when you cross me, it's like...
But I
don't mistreat you. I just be like, I still... but I go on about my business.
I actually have been blessed, extremely blessed, with a group of people who love me and know me and have gotten to know me and know my spirit and know my heart. I've been in sticky situations, and you know... I had to call my ex-husband and his woman to come get me out of my sticky situation. So it's all in building bonds and keeping them. Yeah. I don't have a big family. Even the little family that I have, I love. But my friends become my extended family. Right. And once I bring you in...
this G, I'm about to go. I'm finna tell you something.
Once I bring you in, it's hard for you to even want to leave or get out, because that love that I'm going to give you, that unconditional love that I'm going to give you, that I'm going to be there for you. If you cross me, we're going to have a problem, but I'm going to still be there for you. Mm-hmm. You know, I've manifested and kept...
A family. You wanted a family?
Yeah.
And guess what? That goes back to just because you came out the same coochie, then they could be toxic and they could be so toxic and from another past life. If people that's on here that know about past life regression and past life situations, them wasn't supposed to be your family. So that's why you connect with the people that's in your life. You can connect with new people, and then you be like, damn, I feel like these people.
I know you,
damn,
right?
I know you from another life. Mm-hmm. And it's so real because
the connection.
And that's who your real family. But if you don't acknowledge it and you don't see it, then guess what? He'll take it from you.
Oh yeah.
But
big time.
For you to acknowledge it, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I acknowledge it. I acknowledge it because a lot of people are so king ho and gun ho about what people think about them. I never cared about what nobody thought about me. Not even when I was a youngin' out here running in these streets. I never cared. My objective was my objective. I did what I did. I asked the Most High God for forgiveness each time and kept it moving. So at the end of the day, I have no remorse, no regret, no anything. My whole thing is if you fucks with me, you fucks with me. If you don't, you don't. Mm-hmm. Real recognize real. Either day, I'm not going to lose no motherfucking sleep. Period. Like, straight facts. Straight facts. So, I'm glad we was able to get on here and talk real and be able to go over past trauma.
Right.
You spoke on some real shit when you say trauma. A lot of us walk like we Superman.
And we ain't. But you gotta go within and you gotta look at it as, did I acknowledge this or didn't I? You get what I'm saying? Some people don't acknowledge it. Like you said, that's the key thing, what you said. That shit is real. But a lot of people walk around Superman from women to man, and then they be in denial about the shit instead of them facing your toxicity, facing a lot of shit. It don't even got to do with no damn relationship. It's you. Point blank period.
You ever see people on social media be like, oh, I done had to cut these motherfuckers. Okay, so if you keep cutting every year, I see you on Facebook, you cut motherfucker, the problem is you.
And you gotta acknowledge it. Right.
From a man.
Okay, we have a man here that wants to tell his point of view. So let him tell his point of view. You gotta come closer.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's not my point of view. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna downgrade. I ain't gonna do nothing. The thing is, when you want something and you got something, you make everything work. Mm-hmm. When you got that person that you want. Other than that, like I'm slim to none.
Meaning?
When it comes to like certain things, but if I wanna be, I'm gonna do, and we're gonna work together at the end of the day. Bottom line.
Right.
Me, myself, personally, I haven't had a girlfriend since the damn 90s. We about to be in the fucking 30s.
Since the 90s?
But why?
Everybody I've been with.
Because I'm gonna tell you this 2021.
I'm gonna tell you
people
something.
Think that's suspect.
No.
I'm just telling you how people gonna look at it.
Ain't no suspect. But
right.
What I'm saying,
I mean, of course you saying.
Let me talk.
Okay, listen to him. All right.
Paid bills. One of them we got together, didn't have no job. I was working. No job, quit job, everything.
Wait a minute, she quit the job?
Yeah, because she got transferred. Yeah, I did that. But you know why? She said we broke up. I won't pay no bills. Now, with that also, that's a lot because I was taking care of 12 people.
How many?
So
how many people?
They 12.
12 people.
They ain't even bother me. They ain't even bother me because I'm a man and I do what the fuck I supposed to do.
Okay.
So you took care of 12 people and what else?
Share your testimony.
I held the household down. When I left, she was like, "You won't pay any bills." But when I left, you ain't have no place to stay. Now you went to work, but I ain't gonna knock nobody.
X.
I'm not gonna do it. Sad part, none of the kids was mine. But I love those kids.
You had bonds with them, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because the mom at the time didn't. But I told him, I say, hey, we ain't finna break nobody's heart. I say, cause that's your mama. I say, no, I know y'all ain't going, hey, you not gonna go against your mama.
Right.
Even though she was married, she had all the kids by the husband. The husband came over there. I told him straight up facts.
So was you the
Stepdad,
I mean,
boyfriend?
No, I mean, I was just, we stayed together. I'm fucking daddy. But when the daddy came over there, got his income tax, because they was divorced, or wanting together. I told him straight up, I said, hey, let me get that money.
why? Because you take care of his kids?
Yeah.
And he didn't give it to you?
No. I told him straight up, I said, as long as I'm staying here, I said, this your first and last time coming in my fucking house.
Yeah,
Excuse
right.
my language. And I told her, meet him at the back door.
So you didn't know he was coming to the house?
She told me once I got there, but the thing was, you ain't did shit all year.
And I've been taking care of your responsibility.
Right.
For a whole year.
And you was man enough to tell him, I need my money.
Yeah. I say, you need to be talking to me. You talking about, no, I need to talk to her. I say, no, you need to talk to me. I say, cause them your kids. I need my fucking money. I say, but there ain't no problem. Keep doing what the fuck you do. Every time income tax roll around, I say keep doing it.
So you couldn't claim the kids? Oh, hell no.
Right.
That's fucked
But me
up.
personally, I'm going to go ahead and put it
But
on.
you know
Hold
what?
on, listen, I'm going to get my opinion on it, though.
Let me
Wait.
get in this conversation.
Right, because I'm finna put you on some real shit, though.
Let me tell you why. Because I was a grown man
Right.
doing grown man shit because of the woman. Not for, hey, kids ain't had nothing to do with it because they innocent.
They did. But my thing
But
is
listen,
with
listen.
you shouldn't even expect
did
it.
it.
Nothing from, right, you did it. But did you do it from the heart? Because if you would have listened, if you would have did it from the heart, you wouldn't have expected nothing from that man because God was gonna reap you.
I told that.
He was gonna reap you. Was gonna reap your rewards if you did it from the heart.
I'm gonna tell you everything.
Hot
You want to hear my
Hot
whole
pocket.
All right, it's
Hot
gonna get
pocket.
real with my ass.
You wanna hear my
That's
whole
like you so
conversation?
real. I'm listening.
You
But
wanna
I'm,
hear
but I'm telling you my
told
point of
him?
view.
I told him you can get the fuck on. Go back to your mama house. That's what I told him. Like facts, like bruh.
But if you did that, taking care of her kids, all 12 of her kids, or whatever the case may be, then
Grandkids ain't.
all
But
But you shouldn't.
That's yours. You
right.
ain't did shit.
Right.
But you can't tell me what I can do when I'm in my own situation.
Right. But you shouldn't even, if you did it from the heart, you shouldn't
I think, wait, let me
get what
interject.
he's saying, but I'm telling you how people in the world go look at it.
Let me mediate.
You know what?
Hold up. AR. Wait a minute.
You know what he did?
AR. Wait a minute.
15.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Right.
Let me get a little mediation here. Okay, so basically, what it sounds like is that you were taken advantage of in a situation, and they both knew what they were doing.
Right, pretty much.
And it's unfortunate because you were a good man to handle that. Now, you're absolutely positively right. Nobody can tell you how to feel, but in the situation where she was coming from, she's like saying if you did it from the heart, you wouldn't expect nothing back. You're saying as a man, you're going to tell this man, that check need to be coming to me because I've been taking care of your damn kids. You're saying it to him, man to man, this is what I'm doing. And I get that. You had every right to do that.
I get that, but I'm telling you, spiritual-wise.
Spiritually.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Spiritual-wise,
I love talking about the Bible.
Right, but spiritual-wise, you shouldn't want nothing back because you're going to get it back in return.
I love
double.
I'm going to tell you something.
And I think he has. I absolutely think he has. I think he's been extremely blessed.
Right, and that's good.
Because...
And that's good, but you also got to look at your life now. Because it might be good. Don't get it twisted. I don't know you, but I'm telling you what I get from him, because I have a relationship with him, and I'm listen before you could listen, because I'm real. I'm telling you this, and I know you is,
so
but listen, so you right.
Wait, everybody speak one at a time.
Right,
one at a time.
I'm gonna tell you how he looking at it, the man above. Thank you, and my thing is, sometimes we can let the past interfere with our present.
Church.
So, you gotta go back to how that made you feel. And I know it hurted. I know it hurt, right. And I know it hurt.
I love this conversation.
I know. I can feel your vibration. I can feel your energy. I can feel all of it. I can tell that you've been hurt. And that situation hurt the fuck out of you. And I don't know who the lady is. I can care less. But I'm telling you, I know that she hurt you. Because you felt like, oh, I'm doing all this. Listen. So then we turn to toxicity. We turn to this. We turn to this. We turn to whatever. Mm-hmm. And we be in denial, and we don't want to admit to what we turn to because of our past hurt. Mm-hmm. I know what I turned to. I turned to fucking cigarettes.
Ooh, good.
I turned to this.
Now
I turned to
talking.
This. I turned to all of it.
Cigarettes.
Because of I'm telling you my testimony now. I turned to all that because of what I've been hurt. Because I did something similar to that. Your story is similar to my story, but it's not my story. You get what I'm saying? I sat there, listen, I'm right. I'm finna tell you. I'm finna go deep. I'm finna go deep with my situation.
One at a time.
Right.
We're gonna do it.
But I sat there and took care of somebody else's kids and my child, because I'm not gonna leave my damn daughter out.
Right.
I took care of somebody else's kids, and he wasn't really catering to his child. But then you want to hurt me? So guess what? That hurt me, and I didn't heal. Because I started looking at other men like, you disgust me. I'm telling you, listen, let me finish. Hold on. Listen, you ain't listening.
Not with you. On the situation. Let me say one word.
One word now, because I'm on the path.
It's about hurt right now.
Wait.
Right, it's not even about hurt. This conversation is not even about hurt. It's not even about toxicity. It's not about none of that.
Hurt.
Right, this is my testimony. I'm telling you my testimony.
I know me.
Right, you know you and I know me. And that's what I'm sharing with you. And I'm not even sharing just with you. I'm sharing with whoever that's going to listen to this. At the end of the day, me personally, I turned to alcohol. I turned to cigarettes. I turned to a lot of shit. Just like me and her had a conversation downstairs before you even got here. I had to tell her, this is not about you. Sometimes you have to let people know. Right. If you care about them people, this is not about you. This is about my past. That's why they say you need to heal. And that shit is so true because I took the progress to sit here and heal myself from everything that I went through. Some people don't take a time out to heal themselves. Some people jump into like that's just relationship. Okay, this person hurt me, so I'm gonna make this person jealous. This is how we think. I'm gonna make this person jealous, and I'm gonna just talk to the next person. Okay, he fine as long as I upgrade. So I'm going to talk to this person. Some people don't even upgrade. I'm going to say that. Some people don't. Me personally, I upgrade.
Right.
Because what I was taught and I seen with my own eyes. I upgrade. I'm going to make sure that the next nigga I talk to, he be looking better. He have his shit together about his neck to each his own. Some girls, they be like, I'm just going to hop into this relationship with a nigga that then I'm going to make him jealous. But they so stupid because a nigga only going to get jealous because y'all niggas judge too. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, they do.
They judge on the look and everything else. Me personally, no. I'm not finna go with no nigga that don't got no damn job or whatever the case may be and he look like a damn bum. I don't give a fuck. Me personally, you gotta have the look, you gotta have the money, you gotta have the goals, you gotta have all that. And you can't have a whole bunch of fucking kids. To each his own. Me personally, that's how I get down.
Right.
Me, I went through all that and it made me turn to, even though I upgraded, but I still was down.
Right.
Because I didn't
heal.
That key word. This whole conversation
is healing.
It's about healing. I sat there and turned to the bottle. I turned to cigarettes. Me personally, I used to damn just drink when I went out, but then it ended up coming toxicity. It became I depended on it. Oh, I needed some cigarettes. That's how I feel now. Oh, I gotta have me a cigarette so I can calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta have a cigarette so I won't sit here and beat this nigga head in.
Cigarettes are fucking drugs.
Oh, I gotta have me a drink when I get the fuck off of work because these people at my job done got on my motherfucking
nerves. Okay.
When I get off, it became that. Not me knowing it wasn't even all along. It wasn't even about that. I didn't deal with that last relationship hurting me that turned into toxicity because I ended up turning to the bottle. Yeah, I don't got that nigga no more. Yeah, I don't got them problems no more. But I turned that into the bottle, into the cigarette.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That is facts.
And they're gonna like right there. But yeah.
That is facts.
I end up but a lot of people don't. It goes back to healing. That's why I'm a firm believer in healing. You have to heal. True indeed. I have to heal. Because if I don't heal, I'm going to end up going to something else toxic. It might not be no man.
Oh,
it can end up right. That shit is real. I can end up going to the bottle. I can end up having a sex addiction because I'm just not trying to focus on that damn man. So like, that man that hurt me, so I'm catching myself.
Come on, sis.
Oh, I'm healing in my own way by me fucking this nigga, that nigga. I'm doing shit that I wasn't used to doing. And wasn't even probably supposed to do. But I'm doing it. Oh, I'm about to fuck this nigga. Oh, that nigga think he doing something because he hurt me. Whatever. He ain't finna win. That's what we all as females and
they do.
Think.
I need to put you in the movie because you was sitting there doing the most.
Right, but at the end of the day, my thing is saying. You can say whatever. I'm just telling my
this is a friendly conversation. We both speaking. Everybody's speaking from the nature.
Facts. It's real.
Everybody's speaking from the nature. Let me put some calm to this. At the end of the day, everybody got their story, and everybody's entitled to their story. And I feel like when you go through something and you don't take the proper time out to heal, and you don't take the proper time out to learn and relearn what not to let in and hurt you again, I think that's when everything becomes dramatic, everything becomes toxic. I have been that person. I have been the narcissist. I have been the mental health abuser because I didn't take the proper time out to heal. now that I have taken that time to heal, I am learning, and I have learned, and I'm still learning who I am as a person. It is nothing wrong with that. We all gonna go through that in transition. It's human nature. Nobody's above it. So at the end of the day, I think we all are entitled to healing, and actually healing the way that you see fit. Everybody has their go-to. My go-to, and a lot of people will tell you, even my streamers, is cigarettes. I have a very bad problem with cigarettes. I didn't go to the bottle. I went to straight cigarettes. I got more damn cigarette Newport Light in the back of my damn seat than anything. So my addiction is cigarettes. I'm not proud of it. It ain't food, because shit, if I don't stop smoking weed, so I ain't getting the munchies. But at the end of the day, I don't even eat like that. Most people turn to food. Like Sil said, they turn to sex, they turn to drugs, they turn to alcohol, they turn it to a person, and then they get so used to that person, they don't know how to not be that person. And then when somebody come around that they want or they may desire or whatever the case is, they don't know how to not be the addiction. It's plenty of times I even said, and y'all know I keep it all the way G. That's why they call me Ms.G. I keep it all the way G. So if I'm turning to cigarettes, knowing they bad for me, knowing they gonna cause X, Y, and Z for me, because I'm stressed out about my life and the path that I'm going through and the things that I feel like have been bestowed on me, that's a problem. Yeah. You have to admit when you have a problem. I don't have a problem with saying that I chain smoke cigarettes. That's a problem. Why? Because I'm stressed. If they say you need to believe in the Most High God, I do believe in the Most High God, but the Most High God sometimes may be letting me figure this out. In the mix of me figuring this out, I'm gonna hit this Newport.
I'm that one.
So I'm not perfect Patty here, you know. So on this journey of healing, everybody has a story, yeah. And I tell you whose story I am excited that I am going to read, and I hope y'all join me on the read, is Will Smith's book. I can't wait to get it. It's on Amazon. If you get it, we can read it. We can swap notes, whatever. You get it, we can read it. We can swap notes. I love Will Smith and Jada, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. We in the black community always had a niche with family.
And we get judged a lot. But we always had each other and family. It was so bad. We got so sick in the black community. We're still dealing with the sickness that you couldn't tell nothing about the family, talk about the family, nothing about the family. If you was molested, you better shut the fuck up. Yep.
If you was beat, you better shut the fuck up.
Right.
So the sickness, we actually have to evolve now, and I feel like Will and Jada bring that out. They talk about their weaknesses. She had an entanglement. You know, I mean, all the shit that people in the black community dare to talk about openly. Yeah. So, you know, they are a true staple of strength.
The thing was, 20 years ago, they said they had an open relationship. So now, what is the problem?
It's not even that it's a problem. You gotta understand, it was 20 years ago they may said that, but this is a whole different. It's a whole different decade and generation.
You had a whole open. Excuse me. I don't mean to say it like that. Both of them came out and said they had an open relationship. Now,
I mean, you can have an open relationship, but at the end of the day, people evolve every day. At the end of the day, the fact that America is so shocked, they're entertainment staples.
It's because they stars.
Right. So that's why it's such a big deal.
Right, it's a big deal. But if they looked at it like human, like us, normal, obviously they live our normal life, struggle, whatever.
I mean, and people can say what they want to say. At the end of the day, I don't see how the hell Jay-Z landed Beyonce. I still can't figure that shit out.
I can't either.
I can't figure it out for the life of me. I'm sorry, I love B&J, but honey, B, you, hell, if Prince was still living, you could have had him.
Yeah.
She could have had any man she was, but
She ain't know that either.
it's bad.
I know somebody used to be a dancer.
Well, I'm just saying, needless to say.
See,
Right, I get what you saying.
I ain't got it going on all night.
But everything you talking about, it all goes back to healing because I want to say this before I get off here because I ain't saying no more. But I can speak for me, and this how I know I'm growing, and I'm healing, and I have healed in certain areas. Everything ain't gonna heal right then and there.
Right.
I can truly say that I have healed from a lot of stuff. And me personally, I do the spiritual baths, and I do all that so I can be cleansed. Not even just cleansed, but I can be good with myself.
Right.
So when I go out here to the world, I know
You're not attracting that energy.
that negative energy. I only attract positive energy because I'm very positive, and I know my calling to help every person that's negative to come up out of there because I've been there. How can you come out of something that you ain't been in? How can you do something that you ain't
How can you speak on it?
How can you speak on it?
Right.
How can you experience something that you haven't experienced before? But I know my calling. I know the older I have got. I'm 33 years old. So now
Still
that I'm old,
baby.
right, I am, but I have an old soul.
Right.
So my thing is, I have overcame everything that I went through, but it was because of the Most High. I don't get the credit. I give Him the credit.
Right.
Me personally, it hasn't been easy, and it's still not easy, but I'm working through it. And
day by day, and then it's like taking it minute by minute, second by second, you know.
And I tried, and the crazy thing is, instead of people judging, and it's another thing, people shouldn't judge people because, and I never understood that when I was young. I'd be like, why they say that? But now it's like, don't judge a book by its cover, and I truly believe that because I get judged. I've been getting judged since I was young because my outer appearance. Oh, she pretty, but I go through just like the next person. And hell, I probably go through more than y'all got them ass, and that's on some real.
And the bitch keep house, she cooks, she clean, y'all. Right, she's an immaculate mother. She is a beautiful spirit. That's why she's my little sister, and I love her to death.
And the crazy thing is, my calling, I be trying to put people on, help them out, but then they judge me on what they see my now. If you don't know that shit is real, if you don't know my past, shut the fuck up. Because it took me a long time to get to where I'm at. And you think I'm gonna sit here and let anybody sit here and interfere? Oh, my bad. But yeah, you think I'm gonna let anybody interfere with my future and my present? They wasn't there when I went through what I went through. You only can judge me on my now.
Right.
And I'm trying my best to be the best.
And you're going to be the best. There's no other way to be. I have to tell myself every morning. And my close family friends, they laugh at me. But every morning, I have my cup of coffee. I tell Google what up. She tell me the weather. I listen to smooth jazz or just regular music. And I set my tone each morning. And my spirit is
affirmation.
Right. I'm claiming that this day is going to be great.
Yeah, you got to whatever you put out there, and that's what I do. I be like, I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna be positive. I ain't finna run into these crazy folks. Right. In the day, whatever come to me, they gonna be submissive. They ain't gonna be on the same energy I am, and I be doggone it. Last week, hold on, this is my testimony, y'all. Last week, I had a wonderful week because I made up my mind. No, these niggas at this job finna dang gone be submissive, and I be dang on it. They was submissive as hell. People don't know because people weak-minded and they small-minded. If you explore and put your mind out there to be best, deserve best, and everything else, you ain't got no choice but to be best. Mm-hmm. And everybody around you gonna be submissive and they gonna bow to your knees and they gonna do what you have to do. Not just because of you. We don't get the credit. Right. The universe. But what you put out, that's why I go back to what you put out there, that's what you gonna get. If you wake up like, oh, fuck this motherfucker, fuck this shit.
Your whole day.
This bitch trying to play me, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. That's how your day gonna be. But if you be like, oh, this motherfucker gonna call me. You know how we get as women. Oh, he gonna call me. He gonna show me he love me. He gonna tell me this, girl. Even if you got to be ghetto. He gonna love me. He gonna show me this. He gonna show me that. He gonna do all this. And my best friend, she gonna act right. She gonna call me. Hell, my sister and my brother, they gonna say yeah, I was mad at them yesterday, but they gonna be loving me today. Okay. The universe will have them call you, and even though you might have been wrong, but the day you woke up with that positive energy, they gonna think they was wrong, and they gonna call you, and they gonna be like, look, I think I was wrong. Yeah. But you know. But I mean that's real. That's just real, recognizing real, and I think we all need to just start being real, man. Like, I don't do the fake. That's why I ain't really never have a lot of people around me like that. And even if we don't, you already know how it go. You could be the realest person probably on earth. But you gotta also look at it, and it goes back to everybody ain't you. So with that being said,
we talked about that in the beginning.
You could be positive, right? But everybody else might have negative energy on them, and not intentionally trying to be negative, but that's what they
that's what they carry.
They carry, and they got on them. So then you got to be careful. That's why you can't hug people. I don't hug everybody. I don't hug everybody
because they energy will jump off on you.
I don't go to everybody's house. People like, oh, they be like, you can come to my house. No, baby, come to your phone. But yeah, you got to be real. You got to be like, nah. Especially if they show you, because whatever person. I'm going to tell y'all this. Your job is your second home. I don't give a fuck what nobody say on this earth. Your job is your second home. Your first home is your home. Your job is your second home. So when you go into that job, you got to look at it and treat it like your home. Because if you treat it like your home, everything will be submissive, especially if you have a positive attitude, because you got to see these people every day. You see these people. Some jobs you got to see these people every day to them, because you work overtime. That's your life. Your whole life is embedded.
But you got to know when to separate.
Right, you got to know. Right,
because
some people don't,
and they don't. And you know the thing about it is, I got a work family. I love my work family, but I don't bring that shit home. Not all the time, unless it takes a lot to piss me off. But I leave shit and I check it at the door because I don't want that energy
at your house.
In my house.
And people don't believe, and some people don't believe in energy.
That's true.
They don't believe that spirits travel. Some people don't believe in spirits.
Yeah.
It all goes back to your background and how you was raised. Point blank period. If you was raised in church, everybody on here know. If you was raised in the church, you already know. Your mama used to be like, you better change that. Don't come in my house with that. Change that attitude. What you bringing in here? Where you get that from? My mama was strict, and she still is. I don't know.
Don't bring that.
I'm on the highway, and I'm like, Mom, I was in this motherfucker.
Don't bring
She's like, okay, well, make sure you check yourself before you come to my house. I don't need that spirit at my house. And at the end of the day, and I think she don't say that energy because she old school. Right. She just like, I don't need that spirit. And I be like, Mom, what are you talking about? I don't want to hear it. Just don't bring that spirit at my house because you're gonna be standing outside. I don't want to hear. You better come in here with a happy spirit like you would do any other time. And I have to check myself. That's when it go back to check yourself.
But you have to love yourself first. You got to start there. And if you don't know how to love yourself, spend time with yourself.
Pretty much. Because guess what? You ain't going to go far.
Yeah, spend time with yourself. And then, weigh your good and your bad with yourself and level yourself out. And that takes time. Yeah. Nobody's going to get it overnight.
Nobody.
But you have to understand your problems. I just watched the episode of 600 Pound Life, and it scared me to death. That is a mental health. That is a mental health issue.
But you gotta also know you can't watch stuff like that.
Well, I watched it for a reason. I watched it for a reason because I went to the doctor and I am type 2 diabetic. So I have to watch what I eat now, and I have to watch what I take in my levels and everything. But it is scary in the nature. So you have to kind of buckle down and start taking a lot of things serious, whether it's eating food, drinking, smoking, all of it. So as I get older, I'm getting wiser, and I love it. I thank my guests for joining me on my show tonight. This was lovely. This was great. Y'all know I love y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in to a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We out. A whole lot of that.